Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the wrist I was never at the hit. I would never get it off my chest. Oh, I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Take your eyes off me, you don't want to see me when I'm gone. Moral of the story was you're wrong. Everything I gave and everything I lost. Good things come at a cost. I left it on your head, and when you ever overstated, your thoughts are never everything you wanted when you want. I'ma take it in the head with the signs of the disturbed. I'ma leave it on the side. You wanna Christ when I breath on this set. Let me speak on behalf of the dead. I'ma leave, I'ma speak. I'm the sick in the head. Come on, come on. Oh, barely, my bets are off.
Just a beautiful afternoon for football, Coach. They say summer is the time to live in Chicago. Well, that's extended into autumn as we are ready to roll under blue skies at Soldier Field. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the Minnesota Vikings. Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's Dalvin Cook, third year back from Florida State, and he'll be upended.
Here on second down.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
We ain't giving them nothing to check three. Two.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Zebra. Hey, shoot.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And that's caught by Smith. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
I'm going to come back to you. Switch. Hey, Cam. Black.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
You got three down. Check 37. 48. Hey, can. 57.
Cousins to throw it. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Khalil Mack make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
26 Mike. Hey, over. That's got to be a long day. 26 Mike. It's our time.
Cousins now. But it's caught on the right side at Smith. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 31-yard line.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Cook running right. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins. Over the middle to Smith. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 27 yards there, a first down. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, his 6th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. That'll be taken in the end zone.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Every day, any day. He's coming. We got to double up. Watch the safety creep. That's so what. Hey, ball. That's so what. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Out. Whip. Watch the whip.
First carry from Mike Davis, the former Seahawk. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
Alert, 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 alert. Kill, kill. Kill, 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 kill.
They'll run with a third-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Come on, come on, D.
Now Trubisky. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down. But not before he works it past the 50.
Vikings 6, Bears nothing.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now it's Trubisky. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Alert, alert. Man, I got you. Man, I got you. Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Check 24, check 24. Bang, bang, bang. 18, 18. Bang, bang. Check, 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 check. Yep.
Now it's Davis. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Coming to you, coming to you. Rush in, rush in, rush in. Go.
Here's Trubisky. The screen pass here to Cohen. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Trubisky will throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Anthony Barr. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long.
65. Check, check, check. Alert, 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 alert. Right there in the middle, 50. Alert, 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 alert. Blue, blue, blue. 18, 18.
From midfield now, here's Trubisky. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. It'll be down at the 14-yard line.
At their own 14-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Cousins now to throw on first down. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
And the Vikings first down.
On first down, it's Cook. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
I remember the first time I saw Dalvin Cook play in college. I was watching him on TV, called a scouting friend of mine and said, "Who is this guy? He's special." And he said, "Dude, you're watching a home run hitter on the field."
Yeah, he was special in Tallahassee. Left Florida State their all-time leader in rushing yards and touchdowns.
Listen to me.
On second down, it's Cook. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
The Bears now go for first and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. Don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10.
Check. Fresno. 22 Jets bomber. 22 Jets bomber. Red. 25. Check 25.
They'll run with Davis. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Pilot, 64.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 42-yard line.
On second down, Davis. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Get up. 180. Right there. 54. Hey, ball. Check. Safe. Big Ed. Alert. Come. Hey, alert. Hey, check 24.
First down, a run with Cohen. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. On first and 10, it's Trubisky. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
50. I can't believe they let you play. 58, Mike.
Following the interception, Cousins. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Yellow.
Cousins. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7.
Wide. Right over there. Yeah. Hey, Alpha. Right there. It's just me and you. 58, boys. 58, Mike. Hey, we're good. Pass.
From the gun, here's Cousins. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. So Cousins heads to the Vikings sideline, and on is Dan Bailey to try the field goal. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And Bailey missed it. It's no good, wide to the left. And this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
A little bit of space there for the first down run as that's going to get him about 5 yards. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
You're trapped.
On second down now, it's Davis. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Xavier Rhodes makes the tackle.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Trubisky to throw. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And the Bears first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert! 54. Push him back. Push him back. Under 10. Under 10. 10. No. Alert, alert! Alert, alert! He's crashing. He's checking crash.
They'll run on first down. Cohen, and no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Well, it didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And he rifles one incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Man, check 49, check 49.
4th down, here's Trubisky. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You know, always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, though.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up, because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did, because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally, down at the 36-yard line. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10.
Check safety, check safety. Hey, yo, yo. 58, Mike. Switch. Hey, Charlie.
On play action, Cousins. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
26 Mike, echo. 26 Mike. Down to lose 1. 26 Mike. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Yellow. 26 Mike.
Cousins. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Hey, no, easy. 58, come on. Too little, Cupcake.
On 3rd down, Cousins. He finds his man Johnson. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will make our score 9-0. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily
weaving through traffic, and now he's free. He's at the 30. Touchdown, Chicago. Mike Davis, his third touchdown now on the year, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. There to make the tackle, Khalil Mack.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Good route there. 26, Mike. 26.
Throwing is Cousins. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
I got you. I got you. Show it.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Third and long for Cousins. He's going to air one out. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock. Really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Nowhere to go that time. It's a 46-yard punt with a loss on the return, and the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, That's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Two times. Man, check 26, check 26. Check 31, check 31. Watch twist. Hey, ball. Tighten up.
Trubisky gives to Cohen. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Hey, alert. Patchy. Switch. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Check. Lucky.
Here's Davis now. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. Finding Gabriel complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Trubisky now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Recon, 132 fighter. Check 50. Kill. Alert. No. Watch safety. 18. Safety's creeping. Check 3. Switch. Check 37.
They go back to the ground now with Davis. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They all go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, he might reduce it, might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse.
8 ounce.
That?
8 ounce is good.
All right, just checking.
Now Cohen. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
He's coming. Red, go. Watch the safety creep.
Again, it's Cohen. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Call it a 4-yard pickup, but it leaves him a few inches short here on 4th down.
And less than a yard.
I'm going to hit you.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This for the lead in the final stages. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the fourth, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they managed the clock exactly right.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Kirk Cousins last year started all 16 games, but only led the Vikes to just one fourth-quarter comeback like he's trying to do here. Now Cousins docks him with a grab over the middle. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Josh Doctson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. So now here are the Vikings faced with a big two-point conversion attempt.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Ship.
They'll try and run it up the middle. And he is not going to make it. So they won't be able to move this lead up to a touchdown as it'll remain a 5-point ball game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Back to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. He'll look to throw. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Trubisky now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. From From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on first down. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13.
18.
They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
The Bears on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Lock in. Check Mike 54. Mike 50. Behind.
Now it's Trubisky. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3. They'll try and run it here. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you get a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Let's go, defense. Hey, exit. Gun. Motion. Zebra. 26 Mike.
Cousins to throw. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
50. Black. Let's go, D. Let's go. Hey. High 7. Check 13. 58, boys. 58. Mike. Gun. Hey, Ringo, 48. 58 to Mike. 3 buzz. Hey, can't.
He's back to throw. It's caught on the right side at Smith. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Cousins now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, Lord. Gun. 58, right over there. Gun. 58, right there. Listen to me. 58, boys, 58 is Mike. Here we go. Lynch, listen.
Cousins. Out to the left, it's complete to Dyson. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches at the Bears' 34-yard line.
So it all comes down to the foot of Dan Bailey. This from 51 yards for the win. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won, and fun for us because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that you were talking about didn't occur at the end, but what a game all the way through.
So for the Vikings, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll have another road date next week with the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll be off to Oakland next week for a date with the Raiders. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did. Playing skills. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist. Flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice in the wrist. I get the money, but I never switch. They say if you switch, you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause ice on the wrist. Why bet you wanna be famous, They elevated us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, Just for the that haters, I make a lot of new money, When the not savers, yeah, be liking my flavor, I think it's ice on the wrist, on the wrist, on the wrist. Watch out,
Ever since I blew, they all on my hey, back then, didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your blown, that I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent about 10 on my fit. Ex-slick, then hit with the back then, used to out the zip. Blow out his back, then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these 4 things, pull out the VIP. Suck to a nut, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip. wear ball, mains. All I ever do is ball, main. I am not a rapper, they all lame. I am not dope, I'm hard. Wait, I can power up and level up at any moment. Spitting like a semi, only give me semicolon. Couple zeros like I'm sending yell nets. Every flow is unmatched, and I better get set in it. Finish 'em. Mess around with me and I diminish them all. Even if I ever did the minimum, all.